Well, we all know people in our lives who are pretty incredible athletes, and some seem almost invincible. Well, that's what makes this next story so surprising.
It involves a Dallas mother of 4 who was strong and fit, but even good health couldn't prevent a mysterious attack. CBS 11 investigative reporter Ginger Allen tells us why her story can be a lesson for all of us.
42-year-old Marla Sewell's life revolved around her husband, their 4 boys, and fitness.
Marla was in the peak training of her marathon.
By 2011, she'd run 11 marathons and was making quite a name for herself on the tennis court. By Labor Day weekend last fall, she was combining both sports in one day.
She had run 20 miles on a Saturday, and then Sunday we had played in a tennis tournament, and then Monday morning she ran 10 miles, and then we played in the same tennis tournament.
Needless to say, she was run down.
And she just kind of hit the couch and said, you know, I don't feel good, I'm tired, I'm achy, I'm kind of chilled, and I didn't think much of it.
She and Carrie were both exhausted. Carrie went to bed, but Marla couldn't sleep, so she went upstairs to their guest bedroom to watch TV.
1:30 or so, I kind of came out of a sleep to a sound that was just strange.
It was a very familiar sound.
I stepped on the carpet and it was soaking wet.
As Carrie walked further into the bathroom, he looked down.
Marla was in the tub, face out, and she was blue.
Marla Sewell was dead.
All these bad things kind of go through your head. 4 boys, and what would life be without a mother? And I was just frantic.
He immediately began CPR.
And I just knew I had to clear the airway and blow into her mouth and get some air into her. So I did 3 or 4 breaths, and then I was like, okay, I've got to now do chest compressions.
Minutes in, Carrie got Marla breathing enough so he could tell his oldest boys to go call 911. Emergency crews eventually took over, and Carrie was asked to step out.
So as I'm sitting downstairs on our landing, they bring my wife down in a body bag. And I lost it at that point.
The paramedics explained she was breathing, but it was the easiest way to get Marla down the stairs and to Texas Health Presbyterian, where she spent the next 24 hours in an induced coma and then another 4 days heavily medicated and on a respirator while doctors ran tests.
The pulmonologist was very pessimistic about her chances of survival.
But 10 months later, this is Marla Sewell today, back hitting the court and pounding the pavement.
People were just shocked, like, you're so young. How could that happen to you?
Did she technically die?
She did.
Dr. Jorge Sharif says Marla suffered sudden cardiac arrest, the same silent killer that has caused so many athletes to suddenly die on the court and field.
So she was very lucky that her husband responded so quickly and so well.
He saved her life.
That is correct. He saved her life.
Get it, get it.
Marla's husband learned CPR way back in high school. So many years ago, he thought he'd forgotten it. But what he did that night made all the difference.
Had she gone maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, she could have had totally irreversible brain damage.
He's getting some of the words over there.
Marla never knew she had a congenital heart defect that can cause sudden cardiac arrest, and most people never live to discover it.
90% of the people that have sudden cardiac arrest die immediately. And then the other ones, they get defibrillated. Well, I didn't get defibrillated. He did it for me.
The only memory Marla has of that night is going upstairs to watch TV. But she will always remember how her husband gave her back her health and her future because he remembered a lesson learned long ago.
It's a miracle, and I definitely think someone was watching over me and my family. Somebody wanted me to be here. I have more work to do with the boys. I have a lot more work to do with the boys.
Sudden cardiac arrest is the #1 killer in the United States. 500,000 people die from this every year. This story really stresses the importance of learning and giving CPR, and we hope you got that message. The doctor says if Marla Sewell had gone 2 to 3 more minutes, you heard her say this, without CPR, she would have had irreversible brain damage much longer than that, and Marla Sewell wouldn't be here right now.
That is it really is an amazing story, and you think, yeah, I agreed. Somebody had his hand in this and was helping her out. So, and the thing that's incredible to me is that she's back playing sports.
Oh, she is. We were just talking about this. The doctor put in a defibrillator in her heart, and what that will do will shock it if this ever happens again. And I got to tell you, in February, which was just a few months after this happened, she ran a half marathon. And I said, oh, well, that was a half. And she said, well, I've been there and done that with the full. I was researching this morning, though, on the internet. You can learn CPR at a hospital. You can learn it at the American Red Cross. But I'm telling you, you can read enough on the internet to save a life in a matter of minutes.
Yep.
Wow.
Ginger,
It's amazing.
Awesome story. You want inspiration? There it is right there. Thanks.